It's the beginning of the turn in this episode 9 of the single player demo of Orb and Crown, and we'll go straight across and see how things are going. Alright, so at the beginning of the turn, Guildford and Angnord are both looking a bit mauled. In Guildford itself, the defenders have been reduced to 3 strength, and their morale is down to 7. Their entrenchment is on 6. They really need to get out of there and refit. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I will move them to safety up here and bring the dwarves in to take their place. Now the dwarves won't have any entrenchment to start off with, but they do have 94% morale and 95 readiness. So hopefully that will be enough to give them the edge over those Vikings trying to cross the river. I'll bring down the giants so that they can counterattack next turn, and hopefully that will be enough to defend. If it's not, there goes Guildford. Alright, now up here with Angnord's troops, attacking Watersbend has really hurt them badly, and that would be a terrible situation in normal circumstances. Kind of is. We were lucky actually to keep this veteran unit. It was reduced by the number of troops going back to farm their lands, and it was also reduced by Draka, who attacked them. It could have quite easily got that extra 1 strength and taken that unit out. On the plus side, because of the decision that was taken, I now have more gold pieces. So I've got 316 gold pieces, and really I don't see a lot of options except to actually rebuild these units as much as I possibly can. Will I rebuild that or just move it out? Let's have a look. They're on a morale of 18, which is, of course, is pretty rubbish. I'll take them out to be refitted. They're still within sight with the +1 hex of vision for the adversaries. They would still be in sight. They would still be in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So no, I will refit them, build them up a bit. Same with this one, and we will do that with all of these. We've got 106 gold pieces, so I need to be a little bit circumspect about how I allocate those gold pieces. So in that case, I will build up this one by, what's on 5? I'll put it up to 8, which was its maximum anyway, and we'll put this one up to 8 as well. 8 if possible here. What have I got left? 16. Just dump the rest into the... Oh, there's no rest. Down to 1 point. Alright, so the giants will move out just for their own safety. I did really, or probably should have upgraded the dragon as well. Anyway, I didn't, and just to make sure, yes, all of these units are within range of the white dragon, as will be all of these units in range of the Sky Castle. Okay, that's all I can do with Angnord at this stage, and yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how things go. Going across to Angford, I'll continue this attack here. Making sure, I should really set the mode so that they're auto assist, but of course at the moment they're okay anyway. So we'll start banging away at the lair of the dragon. That will fall next turn. Oh, it might fall this turn actually. Let's go. There we go. But won't be able to actually occupy it this turn. That's okay. And this garrison here will be what I'll be leaving in there, because if I press the P key to show what would normally be partisans, but in this case is rebels, you can see that there is the potential for them to rise up against me if I don't put a garrison in there. So that garrison will occupy Yamirin Vale after it is taken. 271 gold pieces, and I will continue to, well, I was going to continue to build up the fleets and so forth, but I nearly forgot that over here Moradon is in big trouble. Thrangren has moved. They're up to 32% mobilisation now, so they've moved 31% in one turn. So it won't take too long for them to come on board and assist the Moradonians. But I don't really, because there's an actual capital over here in Acor, in the Moricus, I don't really want to lose units defending Freiburg, and I definitely will lose this this leader here. So I want to try to make sure that I can get that leader out. Of course they're expensive, so bringing up some other units to protect them would be useful. I also don't want to lose Windshine, so hopefully that will be enough to protect the leader. At this stage I'll put one more unit here just as a soak for damage. Let's see how that goes. Okay, 271 gold pieces, and I am going to actually purchase a veteran unit for Moradon. Won't be on the scene for a little while, but it might be the difference between disaster and victory for them. So I'll build that veteran unit, and they'll appear soon enough. Let's have a look when. The 11th month, 23rd of, what's that, Redfall? On the 11th month, so we're on the 10th month. It'll be about a month before it turns up. Over to the Ancients. Defending still. But like I said, I've got 209 gold pieces, and research is more important at this stage. Now I could put another chit into industry to build that up much quicker. I'm going to go with magic though. And hopefully that will build them up a bit too. They also need charge, because unlike any, in fact the only country in this world that has chariots is the Ancients, and the chariots are quite cheap and they're very effective, especially when they get charged, because they get a second attack, which makes all the difference. If they live and get counter-attacked, then they're very, very vulnerable, but as an attacking unit, very effective. Mulcan, as I said, I will be attacking there at this stage. All I'm going to do is build these units up again, ready for that attack. Normally would bring this unit back here. I'll do that because I'm just not 100% certain whether Transmorodonia might get the wrong idea and think that they can attack me. So moving units up to the north in attack position. And we've got 132 gold pieces. I'll just have a look at diplomacy for them. No chits available for that. And I'll save that 132, and over here the Tribal League can finally just purchase their giant unit. Once that comes online and is activated here, and the weather clears, I've got to make sure that the weather's okay, then the attack on the Rongo could take just one turn. If not, it will take 2 turns to actually take out Xantu from the war, and their MPPs, their gold pieces, will be added to Tribal Leagues. Okay, so looking out at the strategic situation, somewhere up here there is a fleet, and I forgot these guys. So we'll move them. I'm not going to full sail it, which is like operational movement. I'm not going to full sail them because, of course, that would use a supply point. So at the moment I'm just going to save the supply, and they stay on 10 so that they can act out in the out on the seas for that much longer. Okay, that is it for that turn. We'll end it and see how things go. Yes, Thrangren is concerned by adversaries near Freiburg, and they will activate fairly soon. Silk Sultanate has moved 12 points. Good, we need them on site as quickly as possible. There are some fleets that are getting into our trade routes. And industry has moved 38% for, I think that's Nord. Weapons development, good, right. So that means that Angford has now got weapons. That is an automatic upgrade. There's nothing that I need to do for the units that are on the board, and that will include the Moradon units. which is quite important. Okay, so we can see what we're getting here. 241 gold pieces, still paying 70 gold pieces for those giants. When I said before that it's turn on turn, I'll be paying for it. 10 turns, and then that payment ends. Right, now the replay, or I guess the attack's not really a replay. Yep, Freiburg is gone, Rumbledale is taken. These giants are not attacking yet, but it might be the order of... okay, Draka, there you go, takes out that militia. Now perhaps the giants will attack. Holtus will fall. And now those units will start moving back towards my Angford units. Another garrison has been used effectively to soak up some damage. And the dwarves are doing a great job of keeping the Vikings out, gaining a level of experience as well. Castle Bastion is very hard to take out, but they're only an infantry unit there. If it was elites or if it was veterans, it would be very, very difficult to take out. So that will fall in the next couple of turns. And Draka's elite units attack back. I assume they... yeah. So they swapped out, got some good attacks in, but at least it was only on a veteran unit, a relatively cheap unit. And now that those Draka's elites have moved out in the open, they're much more vulnerable as well. So hopefully be able to mount a decent attack this turn. Tentia is coming online. 3 militias gone. That's quite acceptable, as we saw through the replay. Moradon has moved its throne to Acor now that Freiburg has been taken. Right, let's have a look at Thranger and see how they're going. With mobilization, they are now on 83%. So both of those turns, both the Allied turn and the adversary turn, saw them increase their mobilization. So it's not just on their turn that their mobilization is increased. And they will definitely mobilize at the end of this turn, or at least prepare for war if they don't mobilize. Righto, now I definitely want to take out these 2 units here. I will be able to use the giants to start the attack off. I'll just check to see that I've got the right units being... yeah, this is a problem because I don't really... I need them more than I need them. Okay, detaching, attaching. Giants first, just to soak off some of their entrenchment. Do a little bit of damage. Like I said before, they're going to leave the war anyway, so if I lose them, it's not a huge problem. Even though they're not attached, I can still use them. After I have an attack with them. Alright, I believe I can finish that off with an infantry unit, which leaves the elites vulnerable to 2 elite attacks, plus these guys if they can get in. Alright, first off, let's have a bit of a look. Well, there's Draka, striking fear and terror into the hearts of all within range, but I'm still going to go for an attack, even though it could quite easily cost me one of these elite units. So let's see. Take it with the crystallites. Yeah, I don't like this climate a little bit. Get out of there, but I can't. Oh dear. Alright. So I fully anticipate seeing that unit be destroyed by Draka. I want to try to make sure that this infantry unit here can not do a huge amount of damage in concert with Draka. So I'm going to attack it with what I've got, which is not much, unfortunately, but taking 3 points off it is quite useful. And I will move Ammon a bit closer to the action. 242 gold pieces. I will use down here with Guildford, build up the unit that was sent back. Like I said, the dwarves are doing a great job, and I think what we'll do is we'll attack here, and the giants, oops, I can get over here, on the other side of the river, and take that infantry unit out. Now that they've moved there, there's this gap. I'm going to move the infantry unit there to keep that whole line on the river and move Crystallis into Dark Rock, which is a fortress town very close to Guildford itself. Alright, so that is the end of our time. I've taken the whole time up with just talking about Angnord, and I'll leave it there because I don't want to go too much further over the 15 minutes. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next episode.